Hey folks, Box Truck Henry here. Welcome back. It's March 17 today. It's been a few months actually that I've been here. I think this is the second weekend that it has not rained. It's just been raining and pouring down out here in the West Coast, or even along this neighborhood. It's been raining a lot. So I think this is the first real weekend where it's nice and sunny today. Got a lot of overgrown grass here, but the truck here, it's still almost the same. I haven't done much to it. I did put the cap on this side, the fiberglass. I fiberglassed this side of the truck, and I did a little bit of sanding just to get some of those drips and lumps. I really haven't done much to it since the last video. It's still pretty much the same. So today I'm just going to kind of sand it down and just get all of these huge drips off, and just move it down as best as possible. It's been raining a lot, so the inside I haven't been getting that puddle anymore. So here, whatever I did there, it kind of helped a lot, so it prevented water from getting in. However, I did get a little bit of warpage on that edge. I'll show you what's going on in the inside. Alright, so all of this here just turned out that it's really dry. Everything up here is dry, but I guess this retained some kind of moisture or water, so I got that warpage here. So what I'm going to do is just kind of cut this part open and see how deep and extensive this damage is. But that's the result from the leak that developed there. But it didn't leak after I fixed the outside. It just didn't leak anymore. Everything here was dry, completely dry, so there's not a whole lot of change in the interior. Other than that, I'm still going to remove these paneling. One of you viewers actually warned me about these panels warping this way, and sure enough, these panels warped, I guess just from the moisture and the heat. The recommendation from the viewer was that these should have been applied to plywood, and it should have been applied just to keep this from warping. So these panels were on there just directly onto the frame and with the insulation. But I was planning to remove all of them anyway, so that I can do the black rubber spray on the interior along all the seams. So I'm planning to do that. As far as these panels, I'm going to see if I can somehow stack them up and just kind of strain them out, use some kind of moisture or vapor or steam to kind of just soften them up, and then just maybe put a board over it and just kind of flatten them out again. And then potentially, I still don't feel like I still don't want to put the backing on it, the plywood backing, because just adding a bunch of plywood backing on this stuff will increase the weight, the overall weight dramatically. So that plywood's actually really heavy. So if I can get these straightened out, what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to seal them with some resin. I'm not going to fiberglass them. I'm just going to seal them with the actual resin, and just to kind of protect them from absorbing the moisture, and hopefully keep them from buckling and bending again. If I can't get them to straighten out, I might go with that plasticky kind of the shower paneling. So it's kind of like the same thickness, but it's more plasticky. So I might go with that. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure, but sure enough, it warped, it buckled. So it's a really bad look. So I'm going to remove everything. And as far as the leak, this is the only damage that occurred here, where I guess this little corner retained the moisture, and it just kind of warped. And I think I actually stopped the actual leak, because none of the water was there wasn't any more water here. And I've been monitoring throughout the season to make sure that I didn't get actual water building up right here. But this wood here is still not sealed. So this bottom piece was vulnerable. This hole, I can see a little bit of of the water stain, but fortunately it did not damage this wood, the water that was sitting here. And then this wood here up here, that was sealed, so that, you know, was saved, and that was all good there. But like I said, not a whole lot of changes here. Not a whole lot of progress during the rainy season. I just kind of came a few times just to do little things here and there. I've had a whole lot of things happen to me over the past couple months. As you can see, one of the things, as you might have noticed, I did change my truck. I had to get a 4-door because, you know, I got my little kiddos, they're growing up, and I needed to get something a little bit bigger and more reliable. Right off the back, as you know, I needed to get a camper because, you know, as you guys know, I usually had a camper on my old truck, and, you know, so I can lock up my tools. But I was going to buy a camper, but then, you know, just kind of looking around and doing some research, there's some, you know, there's a couple different options as far as brands, but they're all pretty much the same. It's just a camper with a back doors, windows on the side. And I was just gonna buy one, but I'm thinking, you know, maybe I want to build my own. You know, it's just kind of like one of those things that, you know, another project just to kind of throw on top of my things to do. But I want to build something that's a camper, but it's modular, that you can add and remove parts to it so that you can accommodate different uses to it. So that's my thought. If I do go in and build my own camper on this, I will have to actually sculpt an actual mold for it, or an actual piece for it. So I'm gonna have to actually sculpt that by hand, and that, who knows how long that's gonna take. Maybe I'll do that in the evenings at home, and then continue working on this on the weekends. Not entirely sure. I might just buy a camper just as a temporary means of kind of storing my tools. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but I know I want to build something myself. I will bring you guys along for the ride on that one. Most likely I will have the mold for it, so maybe it's something that I can be able to build several pieces. If it actually comes out good and people are interested in it, I'll build a couple pieces and, you know, sell them to you guys, and or whoever is interested in my, you know, my modular concept. But that's what I'm thinking of doing. More on that later. Today, like I said, I'm just going to do a lot of sanding, so that I can put a coat of the marine grade white primer. I'm still considering painting it. I've got some feedback of suggestions as far as keeping away from really dark colors, but I like black. I like, you know, maybe even gray, so I might just do a light gray, maybe even like a silver. This is like a silver, light silver, so maybe, you know, something like this would be nice. You know, maybe not silver, but like an actual flat gray, because I mean, it's a box truck. I don't think I want sparkly silver paint on a box truck, but that's what I'm thinking, doing light gray, and then maybe add some dark grays or black accents. You know, maybe that might work. You know, that's just suggestions from you guys that, you know, advising me to stay away from really dark colors. So, you know, I'm listening to you guys, and I actually did do a little bit more research, and it does make a big difference. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the advice you guys posted on the feeds and on the videos, and that, all of that really helps. So thanks, guys. Once that's done, I got to do the door on the side, and then just keep going on this. And, you know, like I said, it's still a weekend project, and I know I'm here working on it. So, you know, thanks for hanging in there, guys. Appreciate it. See the pony?
Yeah, pony. It
And see how cute he is?
It looks cute.
It's a little pony.
I didn't know there was a little pony here.
Yeah, I didn't know neither. No, you can't go out.
She wants to go out.
Yeah.